Alright, we're doing ACC Lightweight Heavyweight M3. I haven't done this since the end of base dawntrail. I got stuck and decided to become an archer. So let's see how this goes.
dodge.
That was a lot easier than I remember. Did they change him?
KO! The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger. It's all over. Until next time.
You did it. You really did it. Even though you beat me, I'm absolutely over the moon for you. It's truly astonishing what you can do without a feral soul. With this, you're now the lightweight heavyweight champion. Congratulations, yo. Now there's gonna be a ceremony to officially crown you champion. All and sundry will be watching, so make sure you wear something you won't regret. Ready are you? Excuse me. Then let's get on stage for your big moment. My fellow citizens, we are gathered to recognize a new champion in the Arcadion, a rising star who shot to the top of the lightweight heavyweight division at breakneck speed. Without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the woman of the hour, the unstoppable upstart, the enhanced but unbeatable, the one and only, unenhanced but unbeatable, the one and only Yosan. Hold it right there. Your victory was a farce, and I refuse to accept it. Oh my, it appears the brute bomber is unsatisfied with the outcome of his match. We fought with 8 of you. How is that fair? Let's settle this one-on-one, just you and me. You're one to talk fair. If it's supposed to be a one-on-one fight, fight without your bloody bomb king. Shut your mouths. I make the rules here. What in the world just happened? Eartrope. I don't believe it. Wicked Thunder, the heavyweight fighter who suddenly vanished, has returned. I will have your soul. Prepare yourself. What's this? Wicked Thunder has just challenged the unstoppable upstart. Alas, as I wish to bear witness to their clash, Wicked Thunder's license was revoked upon her disappearance. I am unable to sanction such a match. Intriguing. Most intriguing. The voice. It's the president. I will allow a special expedition match. Prepare Wicked Thunder's ring, and prepare yourself, upstart. You heard it, folks. By permission of the President, a match will be held. Who will emerge the victor? Neoteric Witch or the enhanced warrior? This is an event you cannot afford to miss. They really need to add more space to this. Eartrope, where have you been? And why have you come back now? I'm sorry, it's just, I wasn't prepared to see my sister like that. It's a shame your big moment wasn't spoiled, but now that the match's been decided, there's nothing for it but to prepare. As a former heavyweight fighter, Eartrope's more than a cut above everyone you faced thus far. Even so, having seen how quickly you've climbed up the ranks to become champion, I reckon you're far from overmatched. As Nuya mentioned Eartrope, or rather Wicked Thunder, harnesses the Levant steed's soul and employs Electrope in battle. Her ring's a recreation of an imaginary city designed to allow her the full use of her powers. Her bouts are notoriously so dangerous that there isn't even seating for the spectators. And while she's my sister, I'm your second. So you go out there, yo, and you win this. Okay. Wicked Thunder will be your toughest opponent so far, and by far. But you have what it takes, yo. I know it. Okay, M4. Average wait time 26 minutes. I like that Sprouts can wear whatever they want now. Okay, I'll be right back once the queue's done. Alright. Here we go.
She's a witch for a new age, the wondrous Wicked Thunder!
This is nothing personal, but I must have your soul.
Wicked Thunder has returned to the ring!
There is no limit to Electro's potential.
challenger went down hard. They're still in it, but for how long? And they're done! Is it over already? They're back on their feet! What crazy?
I'll erase you. Damn it. No choice but to withdraw.
In a shocking turn of events, Wicked Thunder has fled the ring! Our unstoppable upstart is victorious! It's all over. Until next time.
Okay. You're safe, thank goodness. But for you to actually triumph, it seems you have the stuff to succeed even in the upper divisions. I was hoping to have a word with Eartrope, but she disappeared again. There's nothing else to do for now, so let's head back to the gym. Yep. Neon will have watched the fight at home. I wonder what she thought of, well, everything. Come on, let's head in. I'm relieved you're unharmed, yo. But what a shock it was to see Electrolope again, and in that manner. What are you doing here? Well, no matter. I'm not here to fight you, but talk to my sisters. Good, because we have a mountain of questions for you. Why did you disappear without a word? What exactly have you been doing all this time? I'll explain everything in due course, but if you want to live, Yana, you need to give up fighting for now. What? What? Why? Because if you repeatedly transfigure your flesh into a feral soul, you'll eventually develop necrosis, an irreversible disease where your own soul degrades. Once it's begun, it's too late. All you can do is await death, like me. This can't be true. I knew there were risks, but isn't that why fighters are immortalized? So we can get out before it's too late? Yana, have you ever met anyone of the immortalized? The life of comfort promised at retirement is just a lie woven to exploit us and cover up our deaths. But I remember them all. How can that be if they're dead? Rather than to new homes, the fighters are taken to a secret facility. There, their regulators are removed and they're kept in confinement until they die. Without their regulators fitted, Everkeep systems have no way of detecting their death, nor of preserving their memory. I had noticed changes to my body, and so decided to seek counsel of the immortalized, and when I snuck into the president's office to ascertain their whereabouts, I discovered the sordid truth. I feared I would become another victim if I remained, and so I disappeared and began searching for a cure to the illness. Did you find one? In theory, the remedy is another person's soul, but an ordinary one won't do. No, it has to be surpassingly dense. Like yours. I bear you no ill will, but you are my only hope of survival. Rather than ambush you in the city and cause a disturbance, I challenge you in the ring, certain I would claim my prize. I knew the president wouldn't pass by the opportunity for a thrilling match, but I had become weaker than I had realized. That's the only reason we're having this conversation now. Next time, I will have your soul. Wait, you're a trope. You're a trope. Even if it's to save your life, you can't just take the soul of another. It isn't right. That's easy for you to say. You don't live with the knowledge that every single moment your soul is being eaten away. Forgive my intrusion. I come to see how you were faring after your sister's sudden appearance, but I fear I've overheard something most distressing. So you didn't know either, despite your position in Ascension Arcadia. Had I known, I assure you, I would not commemorate with such enthusiasm. It was in the belief that our fighters were safe that I enjoyed my work. There's only one thing to do. We make the truth public and stop the fights. I don't want anyone else to suffer. Oh no, that is the worst thing that we could possibly do. The president shows no mercy to those who get in his way. Should we go public with the secret, no one would be safe. Not you or me or any of the fighters. That Eutrope has kept silent, I suspect, is because she understood this. I suppose you're right. In hindsight, it's because he's such a ruthless man that he could cover up the disease. I believe we have but one recourse. Yo, you must rise to the very summit of the Arcadion and become the Grand Champion. You see, the Grand Champion is granted access to all the souls in our repository. While it wouldn't be the intended purpose of this privilege, you would be at liberty to release them. But by thus getting rid of all the feral souls left, the fighters would no longer be at risk. With the skill you have displayed thus far, I have faith that you can do it. That was my intention anyway. Good, good. Now, it would garner suspicion if I linger too long, so I shall take my leave, if you'll excuse me. As you recall, I can't fight in any matches for a while, and given what I know now, it's just as well. But I'll of course continue to support you as best I can. At the same time, Niuni and I'll undertake our own search for a cure for psychonecrosis. There has to be a way to save our sister without sacrificing you, or anyone else for that matter. To be honest, I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything. I put on a brave face for Neon's sake, but the truth is I'm terrified. I'm really glad to have you with us in this. This has become more than just a fighting competition. For the sake of our goal, we'll have to go along with it. So come and find me when it's time to begin your cruiserweight campaign. Ah, there is our new light heavyweight champion. I have been most eager to talk to you, my friend. I believe a proper introduction is in order. My name is Gabro, and I am a cartoonist. That is, a storyteller in the medium of art. Most of my works are inspired by battles in the Arcadion, and I love nothing more than to chronicle the journey of the unstoppable upstart. I shall make myself available nearby, for when you have a moment to share your tales. Gabro works are tremendously popular in Solution 9, and the fact that he wants to make a story about you is proof of your own popularity. You could do worse than have a chat with him. I feel like I should keep this. But it's up. Okay. Ah, yo, I was hoping you'd stop by. Though the lightweight heavyweight division is the lowest tier of the championship, you surprised one and all by rising up as a champion without the use of feral souls. And you didn't stop there. When former heavyweight fighter Wicked Thunder unexpectedly appeared to challenge you, you bested her as well. Never have we seen such drama at the Arcadion. I like most others, I watched your matches at the edge of my seat, but I've been most keen to hear your first-hand account. Pray, spare no detail. Your words have provided me with insight and inspiration both. With a few embellishments, I believe I can produce a story that will grip the reader from the start to finish. Embellishments. Lest you misunderstand, my works are not intended to be accurate records of events. In the name of a good story, I may take some liberties with certain details. For example, what if Black Cat brought even deadlier techniques to bear against you? Or if Honeybee Lovely, whose sweet facade concealed a terrible temper, had become further enraged? What sort of carnage might have unfolded if the brute bomber had stopped to lower blows to seize victory? And last but not least, what if Wicked Thunder refused to retreat, resolving instead to fight on? In such manner do I let my mind wander when I produce my works, and this time I'm confident that I have a bestseller on my hands. I thank you for taking the time to share your account with me. I wish you continued success in the arena. Nice. Never gonna do it, but nice. I'm a cartoonist, as you know, and I primarily draw inspiration from the matches at the Arcadion. My cartoons enjoy great popularity here in the Solution Line, even if I do say so myself. And mark my words, my next series featuring you as the protagonist is guaranteed to be a bestseller. Alright, let's set up for the next tier so I can just go straight into it next video. Hey yo, you're just the person I wanted to see. Cruiserweight matches have yet to begin, but Nenya and I have some breakthroughs in our research about psychronosis. Come inside, we'll tell you what we've learned. It's good to see you, yo. As you may have heard, we've managed to dig up a lead regarding psychonecrosis. Before diving into the details, perhaps a refresher is in order. It's a rather complicated affair after all. You had barely been crowned champion of the lightweight heavyweight championship division before our sister Eartrope challenged you. She was intent on claiming your soul as a means to cure psychronosis. The illness appears to afflict those who use feral souls to an excessive degree, those such as Arcadian fighters. We learned from Eartrope that the immortalized who we thought lived in luxury in the upper levels are actually dead, taken by the disease. Since that revelation, we've looked for alternative ways to cure psychronosis, and we finally have some good news to share. It's all thanks to Neone. Like Eartrope, she has a sense for electrope technology. She learned to do all sorts of things from tinkering on her own. Oh, Yana, don't give me the wrong idea. You're her the wrong idea. It's the people of Oblivion that we have to thank for our discoveries. I had attempted to access Everkeep core systems for information on souls, you see. Unsurprisingly, I failed. What's more, an Oblivion member who was monitoring unauthorized access found me. She took me to task, scolding me to never again do something so reckless. When I explained our predicament, however, she kindly shared research data Oblivion had acquired from Orangenics. The data was quite difficult to parse, but I managed to find some relevant information, namely that the military was well aware of psychronosis, having also sought to utilize feral souls Furthermore, they had developed a method to identify the presence of the affliction. This brings us to our next move. Now that we're privy to this method, we feel that we should use it to diagnose other fighters. They deserve to know if they're ill. It would be risky to alert them. Yes, very. That's why we came here to you before taking action. As Metem warned us, the President doesn't take kindly to those who get in his way. He'd be extremely unimpressed if we revealed the secret to those you've yet to fight and caused their withdrawal. Of course, you're still liable to incur the President's ire by becoming Grand Champion and releasing all the souls in the respiratory, but we should avoid getting in his crosshairs for as long as we can. That's why I propose we approach only those fighters you've already bested, as they're barred from fighting for a time. It would have an immediate impact on the championship. There are still risks, however. Every time our fellow fighter uses a feral soul, they bring themselves closer to psychronosis, including a match against you. Which is why it's important we tell them the truth as soon as possible, so we can stop that from happening for good. Knowing what the illness has done to Eartrope, it feels nothing less than personal. To begin with, let's reveal the truth to Honey. Despite being rivals, we're actually quite close. Just a moment while I call her. She's busy, as expected, but can spare a moment for us. She is on her way here now. Honey manages to balance two careers at once. I can't help but admire her. I was frightened at first when Oblivion found me, but when I actually met its members, they all turned out to be quite nice. So, what's this about then? I hope it's as urgent as you say it is. My stars, you're serious, aren't you? Could I be afflicted as well? There's a way to diagnose you. Regulators are designed to monitor the state of the warrior's soul. If we connect yours to a terminal, we can confirm whether there are signs of the disease. Please be at ease, Miss Honey. Your soul shows no signs of degradation. Truly, oh, what a relief. I shudder to imagine how I might be affected by such a dreadful disease. You're fine too, I suppose. You joined the Arcadion well after I did, after all. Well, I haven't gotten any symptoms yet. Yana was so eager to prove herself she utilized Pharaoh souls numerous times when training, so when I examined her, we found that she's on the threshold of developing the disease. For mercy's sake, Yana, we're forbidden from training with feral souls. And knowing what I know now, I'd say it's because the president doesn't want us to die too early. It'd be bad for entertainment. At any rate, neither of us should use feral souls again, which means we can't fight in the Arcadian anymore. Alright then, I'll retire. Really? I wasn't expecting you to decide so quickly. While I've graced countless magazine covers and concert stages, I never shined so brightly as when I fought in the ring, it's true. But everything I've done was so that I could break in the adoration of the people. I couldn't do that if I was dead now, could I? So I'll look for another avenue to apply my talents, and you can be sure that I'll succeed, after all. I'm Honeybee Lovely, the brightest star in the sky. Now then, I'm scheduled to appear on a broadcast, so I must be on my way. Thanks for the warning, my dears. You're lifesavers. She really is something else, honey. Right, that leaves one other fighter I'd like to inform, the Brute Brahmer, who you defeated to become a lightweight heavyweight champion. We're not exactly friends, but I won't abandon him either. He's not likely to answer when I called, though, so we'll need to visit him at his home in residential status 911. Yep. Alright. I've ever been here. If I have, I don't remember. I always carry a personal terminal with me, so we can check for the illness when we arrive at the apartment. Here we are. Let's hope he's willing to hear us out. You're all so cute. I could eat you up. Why do they flock to you? It's hardly fair. Well, these are my kittens. If you don't like it, you can go back to your woman. Rub salt in the wound, will you? You know full well she loved me. Come on, little ones, come to me. That man there is Eartrope. I mean, the champion of the Cruiserweight division. This poses a problem. We can't reveal the truth with him here. The blazes are you doing here? You want to get your arses kicked? You are Yo, the unenhanced warrior, yes? The Howling Blade at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope we have the chance to meet in the ring soon. The pleasure is all mine. Lest you wonder, I do not make a habit of wearing a regulator. My parents didn't believe in using them. Yana and her sisters were raised with similar values, as I recall, before adapting at Eartrope's insistence. However, I still use a regulator in battle like every fighter, except you. I didn't know the two of you were friends. Surprised that a reviled heel like him and a beloved face like me get along. Truth is, we've known each other since childhood. We just can't seem to be rid of each other. We both couldn't fit into any of the jobs that we were introduced to us, and got up to all manner of mischief together. We would have likely carried on like that if the president of Ascension Arcadia hadn't come and taken us in. Though it isn't easy being a fighter, we felt like it was our calling. Believe it or not, he used to be so shy that he would hardly form a sentence. But when he became the brute bomber, it was as if he was reborn. Shut up, they don't need to know that. Thinking back, we owe everything to the Arcadian, to the president. That we do. Well, I've seen the kittens as I had intended, so I'll take my leave now. Till next time, yo. So what do you want? There's something you need to know. Lies. The president would never. I have the results of the examination, and I'm afraid his soul already shows signs of synchronosis. What? That's nonsense. As the soul is eaten away, it loses its connection to the body, leading to bouts of intense dizziness. The early symptoms of the disease. If left unchecked, the body will continue to weaken until... The Arcadian means a lot to you, I know. It means a lot to me, too. But you need to retire. You're already ill. Until we can find a cure, the only way to prevent your condition from worsening is to stop fighting. Enough. I won't listen to any more of your nonsense. Get out of my sight. We've done what we could. It's up to him what he does now. Let's go home. Two secs, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Let's continue the quest. Not only Airtrope, but the Brute Bomber too. We need to find a cure as soon as we can. According to Airtrope, the remedy is an infusion of an extremely dense soul. That's why she targeted you. The data from Organics seems to support this, though it was only a hypothesis. The researchers believed reinforcement from a dense soul could be an effective treatment, but this isn't the solution we seek. We'll find another way. I'll scour an ocean of data if I have to. For all her searching, Airtrope could only find one cure. Still, knowing something about her actions doesn't sit right with me. The Airtrope I know wouldn't think to save herself at the cost of someone else's life. I can't help but feel she's hiding something. Hello? Alright, understood. That was Metem. Cruiserweight matches are ready to begin and he wants us to meet him in the green room. Then best of luck with your next match, Miss Yell, and please be safe. Please leave this search for the cure to me, and focus only on the coming match. for your arrival, yo. Allow me to show you to the green room. Ah, here she is at last. Now the party can truly begin. Party. That's better. This dry room was begging for a touch of color. I love your work, by the way. A match with you is sure to be a font of inspiration. We're going to get down, you and I. Oh, yes, we are. As you surmise, they are your rivals in the cruiserweight division, and I understand you're already acquainted with the champion. Given the situation in the realm, you may have doubts about fighting for entertainment, but it's now most of all that the citizens are in need of a diversion to help them forget their cares. I am counting on you to captivate the audience once more with rousing combat and make the very walls of the Arcadion shake with excitement. The fighters in this division are characters too, eh? But there's far more to them than their showmanship. As you already know, cruiserweight fighters utilize more potent feral souls. Their attacks pack a heavier punch, so you'll need to brace yourself and be fully prepared. Sweet. Ready, are you? Good. Let the unstoppable upstarts cruiserweight campaign begin. Right, let's take a look at your first opponent. Okay. The verdant reveler dancing green. He's a shameless playboy who loves partying at night away in the pubs and clubs. Even in his Arcadian bouts, he treats as parties where he's the center of attention. Using the soul of a terrible toad, he gains heightened physical prowess and seemingly incorporates dance moves into combat. Victory will come down to how well you ride the rhythm. Your best bet might be to treat the fight as a party as well. Let yourself go with the flow. You just might be surprised by what follows. Now then, go and show every party animal you've got moves of your own, and seize your first victory in the cruiserweight division. Nice. I should mention that the ring will be a dazzling dance floor, and the crowd is certain to be electric. So soak up the atmosphere, yo, and be the star of the show. Okay. That's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the next thing. whatever that may be. Peace.